Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Gray with Coach John Olive. Welcome to John Olive's fifth quarter show. And we are on here this morning after going to Columbia last night, second round of the playoffs, and coming back in defeat. And
catching me eating breakfast.
And catching us eating breakfast. And hey, look at this donut. Look at this donut right here. That is a white covered cake donut with coconut on it. Only at the Donut Palace across from Tullahoma High School can you find something like that. It's probably 8 million calories and no telling how much cholesterol.
That means it's good.
That means it's good. So you go see Mayo over there at the Donut Palace. We appreciate them for supplying us donuts this year for the John Olive fifth quarter show. Coach, how you feeling this morning?
Tired.
Yeah.
But our young men were fired up. We were ready to go play. There was a lot of energy on that sideline. Columbia is a better football team. They have more playmakers, and they're a very physical football team. And they won the ball game, and they basically won it because they could make big plays, and they had field position all night long. No matter if we punted the ball to them or if we kicked off, and we were trying to kick it away from Dre Hall, it didn't make any difference who we kicked it to. They kept starting on our side of the 50-yard line, or pretty close to it, and I thought that was huge. I guess it was 17-14, and we punt the ball. We're on about our own 42 or 40, or their 42 or 43, and we punt the ball. And as a general rule, you don't catch a ball inside the 10-yard line. And the ball hits the ground and is rolling toward the end zone, and Dre Hall comes running across the field trying to get to it and actually almost misses the ball. And if he misses the ball, we may have scored a touchdown right there because he's in the end zone. Instead, at the end of that play, he's going to be in the other end zone.
Yeah.
And which made it 24-14, and we got it back to 24-17, and then they just have another big play made there right before halftime, and that makes it go back up 31-17, and they catch up a little bit with some of the stuff we were doing on the offensive side of the ball, probably defensive side of the ball as well. They'd already made some adjustments there during the second quarter because we were trying to take Dre Hall out of the ball game and make other players make plays.
And they did.
And Martin ran the ball really well, and Markham, their quarterback, is a 3-year starter. Led them to the state championship in 2010. I thought when they switched him in at quarterback, that made all the difference in the world. And so anyway, congratulations, Coach Stone in Columbia. And, our young men, 12 weeks ago, I didn't think we could win a ball game at one point in time there. We had a really tough preseason, and
opening game
against McGavick, we weren't very competitive. And so I'm proud of our young men for surviving and making it to the second round of the playoffs. Second round of the playoffs is not an easy task.
No, it's not.
You have to be a pretty good team, and you have to play pretty well in order to be one of those teams to make it to the second round.
We did not, did we? I know there was a couple came out last night. We didn't get anybody with any bad injuries last night, did we?
Riley Darden, I'm sure, is very, very sore this morning. I'm sure Jacob Pearson's going to be semi-crippled for the next few days as he took a shot right on his shin, and then Trey took a shot to his thigh there. So I don't,
Trevor came out at one point.
Yeah, Trevor was a cramp.
He cramped up.
He just started cramping up, and guys, We had young men trying to lay it on the line, and like I said,
they played hard. They played hard all year.
But we get behind 7-0, and we hadn't even got a minute off the game, and yet we come back to tie it up 7-7, right. And we chew up over half the quarter, which is one of the goals that we had as an offense. We thought we could help our defense if we could keep the ball away from them. And they come right back down, make a couple of big third down plays to keep their drive going, and they score, and we come back and we answer it again. Yeah. And boy, the energy on the sideline was incredible when we answered it again.
That's one of the things that those big third down plays they made, because our defense was in their face, and I mean, we were throwing the wood to them, and then you back them up to where they're 3rd and 15, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 18, whatever, and they make that big play, and you just feel that deflation coming along with
right.
that, and it's hard not to. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into the first quarter of the second round of the playoffs, Tullahoma High School versus Columbia. We'll be right back in a moment.
Life is full of big expenses, from homes to cars and everything in between. But funding those expenses doesn't have to be a big production. Ascend Federal Credit Union can help with all the financial aspects of your life, from buying your first car to continued education with loans or our credit union scholarship to mortgage loans for your growing family. In other words, you can take us everywhere you grow. Ascend Federal Credit Union, raising possibilities.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Tamco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree Southern Rose and Sun windows, Traders grills, Quickset locks, General Shell brick, Yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply. 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma.
It's football time in Tennessee. Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family, where we're ready for another great season. The name you've trusted for over 30 years and home of the million-mile warranty. Stop by one of our 4 locations and catch that next great deal. Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Chevrolet GMC, Ford and Mercury in Winchester, and Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. My question is, why buy anywhere else?
What in the world could ever be? You can see it in his swag. You can see it in his swag. You can see it in his swag, how we walk, how we talk.
A lot can change in 2 years, but not everything has to. With the Charter Price Guarantee, lock in low rates for 2 years, because sometimes it's nice to know what's on the road ahead.
Our captains last night, number 87, Caleb Olive, 27, Trey Burks, 71, Kelton Hickerson, and number 15, Cody Morton. And 4 of the 15 seniors on this team. And we kept rotating captains as we had all year long. So had another 4 ready to go for next week.
Yeah.
Thought we had a chance to upset them, but we didn't. So
now, when you get a team like that makes a couple of those exceptional plays, and all those athletes that they have out on that field get fired up, it's contagious for them, and it's really hard to.
Momentum. Momentum plays a big role, and so. Because
I noticed when we at that one point our defense was absolutely throwing the wood to them, and their coach uses a timeout, which I thought was one of the smartest things he could have ever done, to stop that?
We open up kicking off here, and we kick it a little shorter than we wanted to, but we're trying to keep number 5 from getting his hands on the ball. We give him the ball at the 48-yard line. Now they throw it to number 5, and he's just an outstanding athlete. And he's able to pick up 22 yards on the play, and then they'll hand the ball off right here. And again, number 5's making us do some things. If you watch it there, and then, you know, we have nobody there on the cutback, and number 3 runs well enough because he's outrunning Jonathan Stovall there, and Jonathan's one of our faster players. And so we haven't even got a minute off the clock yet, and it's 7-0, 43 seconds into the game. And they're going to kick it off here, and Cole Potter, this is not his best kickoff return. He can't turn the corner there, but he's going to have some good returns.
Yes,
he's going to be a really good football player for us. He's had a very good sophomore year. I take blame for that one. I had the wrong personnel on the field, and my sheet that I was calling off of had one grouping. I just didn't catch the mistake when I made it. And so anyway, we start off 1st and 15, and Justin tries to hit Zane Price there, and 40 pushes Zane, or Zane would have probably caught the football, but he pushed him right in the back and pushed him underneath the ball. And so we get the ball right back, and we get a first down because of the pass interference. And then we go to a little wrinkle here. We knew that as we go through the playoffs, we had to get 27, as many touches per ball game as we possibly could. And
that wasn't a flag right there, was it?
Yeah, it was, but they had us for holding. So it went back 10 yards on the holding call, and then went back forward 15 yards. And apparently the holding was called from the yard behind the line of scrimmage, because we ended up with a first down and 6.
Yeah.
And I was calculating we were going to be a 1st and 5. So I didn't see any holding a yard past behind the line of scrimmage. But anyway, draw play here to Trey, and we're able to pick up first down, keep the drive going, and I thought our offensive linemen fought hard last night. You can see a little twist stunt there, and we picked that up, and Justin's able to hit Zane Price. And we pick up another first down. We go back to the Wildcat. And we're going to run Trey here and just trying to play a little power football. And he's actually going to come out the back door with it and uses his speed. And picks up good yardage. And so we've got another first down, and need to punch it on in right here. Put Justin back at quarterback, but we're still running the Wildcat package, and Justin picks up 6-7 yards there, and we've got it second down and about 4. We're going to hand the ball off, if I remember right this time, to Jonathan Stovall, and Jonathan finds a little opening. Now we're going to have a 3rd and 1.
He ran hard last night. They all did.
They all did, you know. And this is just great effort. Great effort. And Trey Burks scores on that 3rd and 1 play when he was hitting the backfield.
Right. And hit by just about everybody else on the way around.
And so we've taken nearly 6 minutes off the clock and get a score tied up. Here we are trying to kick off to somebody besides 5, and we do. Number 40 just takes it, and I think we finally get him down at the 40-yard line. There's Alex Kaderi, he's on his legs, finally making him fall down, and a host of Wildcats. And what you're going to see is that if we can hit 3 at the line of scrimmage, we're pretty good.
Right.
You know, but if we can't get off our blocks and he gets any crease at all, well, we're just in trouble. And here they do a stretch play and outside zone play, and Zane Price. 3rd down 4. If we can win this down, we can get off the field. And penalty there, and I really don't know what that penalty was. I've tried to find it there, but my eyes were kind of bleary-eyed early this morning. 3rd and 9. Boy, we need to win it. We're double covering number 5, and he got away from both of us. You know, and that's tough. And then we got 15 yards added on to us, and I'm telling you, I put that in slow motion, and when Cody hit him, the foot that had been in bounds had just raised up. Right. And, you know, there was no way that he could have pulled off on that. And, you know, that officiating crew, they call things completely different, and they always have. You know, we've
you had discussion with them a couple times last night.
I did. You know, I don't really talk to them a whole lot about judgment calls, because that's just their judgment.
Right.
But when they add a second to the clock, because their clock operator didn't keep up with the proper time, now then I get upset.
Right.
And you know, that's a procedural thing that they should have down, and that shouldn't be a big issue. They get us for a face mask there, so that cost us about 6 inches. And good job here. Defense is fighting hard. I mean, fighting hard.
And being successful right now.
And they take a gamble right there, because if they had flinched, you know, I think they got maybe 2 inches from us, and they could have lost 5 yards.
Right.
And that was about the only unwise thing that I saw Markham do. So it's 14-7, and we, you know, fumbled the football there, and they're starting at our 40 or 50-yard line, and we're starting at our 20-yard line.
Or 18.
Or inside it and whatnot. And so not exactly the way we wanted to start the game. Justin does a great job right here. Hits Jonathan Stovall. And we're able to get the ball out to the 49-yard line.
And hold on.
And we give the ball to Jonathan Stovall again, going around the end. And Jonathan Stovall picks up another first down. So 2 plays, 2 first downs, and we're on their side of the 50. And we run Trey here, and he does a good job of just turning it up and running there. He cut it up inside. That's a great job blocking. I'm super proud of the way that we came out fighting there. And, you know, on 3rd down and 9, you got to win those.
Right.
And we've got the defense called. We got double coverage on the kid, and he still catches the ball and has the first down. And, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's sometimes you're just playing against people that have 1 or 2, and we had that advantage with Trey Burks last week.
Right.
He was the best athlete on the field, and we kept feeding him the football, and therefore we were playing last night.
Well, and one of the things I noticed is if you look at those kids lining up, most of them were probably 4 to 6, maybe 8 inches taller.
In some positions.
In some positions in our defensive backfield.
I mean, the big wide receiver's a big guy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's probably 6'1" or so. And Van Williams is the only one we got that's anywhere close to that size. We play a bunch of munchkins in the back there. And Van can't run with him.
Yeah, but speaking of that, I want to personally congratulate Van Williams in what he has achieved this year. I think he is one of those people who, on our team, who has actually really grown in his ability to play the game of football this year?
Definitely. I told him last night after the game, I said, I wish you'd have come out earlier and learn how to play this game and so forth. But he helped out tremendously.
He did last week specifically.
Van tells me
a lot of tackles.
Yeah, he had a great game last week, and Van, when I told him that, he looked at me and said, "I wish I had too." And that's always the response we get from someone who comes out late. But anyway, Van had a good ball game, and we took really two sophomores. Chris Potts Howard and Cole Potter to put on 5 because they were the only 2 DBs we had other than trying to move Trey Burks from safety. And we put Trey in there some to play man-to-man against him. But anyway, those 2 sophomores had their hands full, but they played well last night.
Yes, they did.
And they'll get nothing but better and better, those 2.
Yep, they sure will. And I tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to say, as we do each week, thank you to Rick Gerwe and the family over there at Mid-South Distributing for that Q Water. Bob Lamoya, Mr. Lamoya, our photographer and cameraman par excellence. We take some of this Q Water with us every week. And last night he said, man, I need to get in the queue. We cracked that Q Water open, and he and I hydrated all the way home last night. But Gerwe's and Mid-South Distributing and Tom over there, thank you folks for what you do for us on the John Olive 5th Quarter Show and for the community at large. You fine folks, and we appreciate having you around. Now, let's go take a quick commercial break.
You've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Clayton has been Tullahoma's family shoe store for over 100 years with a reputation for fashion and personal service. And the tradition continues today. Stop by Clayton and see our large selection of fine shoes.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
Unlike all the rest, Southern Community Bank will provide you with a different banking experience because you are our first priority. Our services are intuitive. Our team is friendly. Our approach is refreshing. Our support to the community is unwavering. And our service is clearly unique. We offer accounts that make banking simple and hassle-free with all the conveniences you want and need most. Call Southern Community Bank and experience the bank that is unlike all the rest.
We open up with what we call Walking Horse. And the reason we call it Walking Horse is because we stole it from Shelbyville. They used it against us 2 years ago. We've liked it ever since. And we hand the ball off to Trey Burks. And he runs it and flips it back to Zane Price. And Zane Price throws the ball downfield. And Cole Potter catches it. Zane Price ended up 2 out of 2 on the year. He's 1,000% completion rate. And so anyway, we tied up as we came all out of the quarter break there. First play of the quarter. We knew we wanted to call that play coming out of a break situation and served us well. But again, all said and done, they're starting at their 47-yard line, and then we get a 15-yard face mask penalty there, which, you know, I guess it happened. We thought he had the shoulder pads, but anyway.
Looked like it to me.
Good play by Kelton Hickerson. I thought Kelton played his best ball game last night, and I thought Van Williams had the football. I thought we got an interception, and that old boy, he and Van were struggling for it. He finally pulled it away, and they did lose 3 yards on the play, or 2 yards on the play. So,
you know, they were not quick at all to blow the whistle. There were several times I thought that they needed to be blowing the whistle before somebody got hurt.
3rd and long. 3rd and 12. And a great catch right here. I mean, that's a great catch.
Yeah.
There's not a thing we can do about that. That is just an absolutely great catch. And so they pick up their first down. And again, good job by the defense. Trevor Denny's the one that made him leap up in the air, and then Joe and company make the tackle. And Van Williams, right where he's supposed to be, became a really good tackler as we went down through this year. And we got him in 3rd and long again. And quarterback's on pull it down. Kelton Hickerson.
Kelton had a good game last night.
Jacob Pearson on the stop. We hold them to a field goal attempt, and it was just barely inside the upright. So Columbia takes a 17-14 lead. But good sign. Defenses made them kick a field goal. That was the key to last year. We made them kick field goals. Riley Darden on the return there, and we get the ball out to the 35-yard line, or 38-yard line. And we don't get set right here. They wanted Jonathan Stovall to get set a little longer, and we probably panicked just a little bit. And instead of us picking up 8 yards on the play, we lose 5 for not letting Jonathan get set for a full second. And again, you know, and here Riley trying to get a football there, takes a big hit from their middle linebacker, and we're going to run a boot right here, and Trey gets out around the corner, and I'm telling you, those purple things that you stood on were slick as can be.
Yes, they were.
And, you know, I don't really think that guy was trying to hit Trey then. I think just once they hit that mat, there was just nothing around it. So we got 15 yards for a late hit out of bounds, and so we pick up 15. And then Trey picks up another first down, and our offense is answering, coming right back down the field. Run Jonathan Stovall there, and this time we don't get people blocked. And so we lose a couple yards, and so we're in a 2nd down and long situation right here. And we get a guy going down in his stance after the motion man started, so they're going to call us for that. And here we just miss. We got Jonathan Stovall opening. You can't see it, but we got Zane Price probably for a touchdown right there.
Right.
Justin saw wide open Jonathan. We just didn't pitch and catch. So now we got 3rd and long. We try to run a screen, and they just, you know, do a great job there. Instead of coming and taking on the blocker high, he comes in and chops everybody down, and, you know, so instead of us getting a shot at maybe picking up enough to go for it on 4th down, we're going to end up punting the football. We get a delay game there, back up 5, and here we go. There it is. It's inside. See it almost miss it. He almost miss it. And then we do miss him. And all the way down the field, and we, you know, the people that had chances to tackle him, we just not going to get it. And nobody's going to catch him. So he goes 100 yards the other way, and the ball, I mean, you sit there and you think, and you just don't touch that ball because you don't know where it's on a bounce, you don't know where it's going.
Right.
And it almost bounced back. He, was able to get his left hand on it and corral it. And if Caleb had been able to tackle him, we might have had a safety. If the ball bounced another 6 to 8 inches, then we might have had a touchdown.
Yeah.
If we could.
Look at Cole Potter.
I'm telling you, he had some really good kickoff returns, and he will be a good one. He's a fiery young man. And we do a play action fake here and throw it out here to Dalton Cox, and Dalton picks up at first down.
Yeah, that was a good play.
And, here we just lost our footing. Trey saw the cutback, but lost his footing there. So now we're facing a 3rd and long. And I think this is where we try to hit Zane Price. And, boy, we got him. We got him in the hole, but just didn't get the ball there quick enough before 5 could get to it.
They closed on the ball incredibly fast.
Same guy that we're worried about on defense, we're also worried about on offense. And I thought Trey was only getting through there that time. He was so close to getting through. And 4th and 3, and could have gone for it, but I thought it was important to get it back to a 1-score game. And Cody Morton with Caleb Olive holding puts it through, and so we've now got it 24-17 with just over a minute to go. And here they go. They're back on our side of the ball. And I tell you the truth, I don't know what they called there. I thought at first it was that we had 12 guys on the field, but then I'm counting them on the video. And so anyway, maybe when I look at the end zone shot, I'll get a better head count. But anyway, here they go. They're just right back down here, breathing down our throats here, and they're on throw for the end zone here, and it's going to be overthrow, good coverage. I mean, we've got the receiver bracketed there, and then they're going to make a big throw and catch right here. Watch him. He's on scramble, and I guess we tackle him here, and on the next one, he's going to start to break again, and then he's going to throw it at the last second. And he gets outside us there and throws back against his body, and our ice cooler almost took him out, but that's about the only thing that was going to take him out. I thought he was going to take the video camera down. He jumped over the leg of the video camera and then leaped over the ice bucket, and 45 seconds later, so we've given up 2 scores in less than a minute twice in the first half, and that one hurt because that took it from being 24-17 going in at halftime, with us getting the football with a chance to tie it up, to being back to a 2-score game again. And we run one last play there, pick up about 8 yards, and I guess we could have used our timeouts and stuff, but I just, felt like we're as far back as they were playing and stuff, we weren't going to be able to get. I mean, our field goal range is inside 40 yards.
Right.
And which meant we would have had to get down 25-yard line or so, and I just thought, we're after giving up that big play, we don't need to give them another big play. Yeah. And let's just go in at halftime and see if we can get it back to a 1-score game when we come back out in third quarter. So that was the thinking beside not using the timeout.
That's right. And what we'll do right now, folks, is we'll take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to go to senior night because we had no band performance last night. The band was there, but they didn't have an opportunity to perform. We will go to senior night, and where we will show, seeing as how this is going to be our last show of the season, we'll show our senior football players. So we'll be back in a little bit with the second half.
Hi folks, Trey McNabb, General Manager at Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The temperature may be cooling down, but the deals at Stan McNabb are heating up. Save money on gas. Lease this 2013 Dodge Dart, $275 a month, 0 cash down. Or choose a Jeep Grand Cherokee remote start and turn the heated seats on before you even get in. Get ready for the colder weather and come get one of these hot deals at Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tullahoma. And remember, if anyone can, Stan can.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
To be a star athlete, you have to use the right equipment. Anything short of that is, well, ineffective. Make Top Rehab the best tool in your bag, especially after you've had a sports-related injury. Yes, you may get tired. Yes, you may get uncomfortable. But when the final rehab whistle blows, you get results. Top Rehab, the right equipment for your star athletes.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.
Number 4, Zane Price, son of Tina and Todd Price. Number 7, Van Williams, son of Sylvia and Norris Williams. Number 9, Justin Brown, son of Lisa and Joe Brown. Number 15, Cody Morton, son of Kurt Morton. Number 25, Brandon Koch, son of Tina Koch and Michael Koch. Number 27, Trey Burks, son of LaShawn and Maurice Burks. Number 34, Trevor Denny, son of Paula Denny and Robert Denny. Number 40, Dalton Cox, son of Michelle Cox and Brian Cox. Number 50, Nick Gagnier, son of Tracy and Brian Gagnier. Number 57, Tyler Hill, son of Heather and Jody Hill. Number 71, Kelton Hickerson, son of Tammy Holt and Chris Hickerson. Number 82, Joseph London, son of Tony London and Eugene London. Number 86, Jonathan Floyd, son of Sherry and Terry Floyd. Number 87, Caleb Olive, son of Cherie and John Olive. Managers, Candace Curran, daughter of Lynette and Kevin Curran. Paige Gilbert, son of Gina and Stephen Sons. Leaders, Leslie Hull, daughter of Florence Kahn.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Hello, I'm Jim Woodard from Woodard's Diamond Showroom. Some think that since we're a single store operation, we don't have the buying power of the mega chain or department stores. Woodard's is a part of the Master IJO Jewelers, the world's largest jewelry buying group. This gives us the power of $800 million in sales. You get the best of both worlds, the buying power of a major with the customer service of a hometown jeweler. Woodard's Diamond Showroom, inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
So we received the football. Trey Burke's on the return there, and we're out past the 40-yard line.
You know, they weren't kicking it to him either.
No, and now we hadn't been playing him back there since he had cracked a rib. But anyway, Trey picks up 5, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be a little blind right here because I did not watch this part of the video. I just couldn't take it at 2 o'clock this morning, and so we may just watch this one together. Try to let Jonathan Stovall out and around the end, and they just got too much penetration there and made him bounce it back too far. And so they've held us on the first series, and we're going to have to punt the football to them. and trying to punt it away from him, and we end up punting that one out of bounds short. So they're going to take over in good field position.
You can run a punt out of the end zone.
Yes.
But not a kickoff.
But not a kickoff. I say that. I've never even thought about it. In high school football, when the ball goes past the goal line, it's supposed to go dead.
But yet, that punt that he ran back.
I'd have to go back and look at that, but that'd be a good question. I'll have to call Kenny Pack and ask on that one. Because on the kickoff, once it breaks the goal line, it's a dead ball. And so anyway, thank you for pointing something out to me. Makes my day.
Well, that was being questioned, and my response was, well, evidently you can field a punt in the end zone and bring it out, because that's what just happened.
They're trying to punt the ball away from Trey Burks, and so they ended up with a short punt. So our defense went out and they stopped them on the first drive. So we just need to go. We need to take it and go right here. Let's get the thing done, and instead we just get a big sack. And boy, that was big.
That's a big boy.
And yeah, big boy. It's a sophomore.
Oh no.
Yeah, we get to see him for 2 more years. And that really hurt right there, because that put us in second forever. And I tried to do something that I was hoping we could catch them by surprise, and boy, it just did not work it out at all. And here I thought we had Trey into the secondary, and boy, 12.
They're just quick.
He does a great job. He's not very big. He is a small kid, but he's a 2-year starter for them. He started last year, and just tough as nails, and probably weighs 150 pounds soaking wet. And Cody does a great job there, punting it away from 5. And
that's probably the best field position we've had them in.
It is, and they're going to come running right at us right here, and we can't tackle him. We're there, and we just can't tackle him. You sit there and say, well, tackle him. Well, Van's trying. The kid's just a step quicker than he is. And Cody Michael there on the tackle. But if you watch right here, that's what they're doing. They are just taking it and running it right at us right now. There's a quick trap, and Jacob Pearson, Michael let, but he gets a first down. And I think if I remember right, they run it right at us again, and then the quarterback's on a break, a long one here in just a minute. We do a good job there. We stuff the blocker back into the back, and then Trevor and Cody are able to make the stop, and so we got them in 2nd and long. And here comes your play action, and here comes the quarterback. We got them all covered.
Held. Trevor was being held.
And now we can't tackle him. And boy, that's just a backbreaker. So instead of having it 3rd down and long back there, they've got a 1st and 10, and they're down at the 20-yard line
with a hold.
And good job there. Aaron Gray coming off the corner. Jacob Pearson coming from inside. That was a good job. They take a timeout. Not sure why, but they do, and didn't have the right personnel on the field or whatever, but they gash us as Martin takes it up the middle there.
That was
and we're going to battle and so forth.
Tighten up.
At number 56, at left guard, he is a really, really good football player, and that's who they like to run. He's a big boy. They like running behind him. He's got good agility. He plays defensive end on the defensive side of the ball. So
block one.
I don't know if Van or Joe got it, but one of those two got their hand up. We knew he was kicking it low, and he was actually kicking it slow. And we finally were able to get our hands on one, and but things we're not going to give up, but we just you know, the old momentum, everybody, you know, doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that we're in trouble right here. And we're going to make a little drive, struggle with the snap there, and I really thought we had pass interference on 40.
Did.
But didn't get called.
No.
Or did. No, they got roughing the passer called.
Right.
So we had roughing the passer, so we do get 15. Hit Zane out there in the flats, and he picks up good yardage there. And, you know, we just we were trying to get the ball in there again to Zane, and not able to, and we get sacked. And trying to get Trey there, but Hall comes over the top to break it up. And now we're going to throw a pick right here that just gets us, you know. We're not going to catch him. We're going to make that one cut. And so, you know,
yeah.
What chance we had, we just, you know, didn't execute well enough to make it happen.
14-point swing right there.
And so, just tough. Now we just got to finish the game. And
with pride.
Yep. Try to play hard and finish the ball game as they just put it out of reach. And that's what we'll try to do. We're still in the Wildcat formation, and Justin Brown running the ball there. Picks up about 3 or 4. And here comes John Stovall. And we just got to get John a little bigger, stronger. He's a hard worker. He's going to be a really good football player. And we were getting ready to run Justin there in the quarter, got us. And so it's going to open up the fourth quarter, 3rd down 1, and instead of running the ball, we decided to take a shot deep, and that's how we'll open up the fourth quarter.
All right. We'll be back after these messages with the fourth quarter.
They say you see the world differently. It's like you see the miracle of life in even the smallest things. That's what it feels like to survive. St. Thomas Heart has more locations than anyone in the state, giving more heart patients a new lease on life. For more than 40 years, they've been leaders in cardiac care. That's experience you can count on.
Do you need a part for your car that the dealer just wants too much money for? Well, bring your toolbox and pull the part yourself for huge savings at the CFC Auto Salvage Pick and Pull on Highway 55 between Tullahoma and Manchester. No walking through waist-high weeds here. All of our vehicles are located in our graveled parking lot, up on blocks with room to work. We stock hundreds of cars and trucks, foreign and domestic, new and old, with new vehicles added weekly. You can even search our entire vehicle inventory online. And if your old vehicle gives up the ghost, bring it by. We offer top dollar for your salvage vehicle. Open to the public 7 days a week until 6:30 or until dark, so there's plenty of time to come by. That's CFC Auto Salvage Pick and Pull.
The Wash Spot on North Jackson Street in Tullahoma is your new state-of-the-art, high-tech express tunnel car wash that gets your car clean quickly and beautifully. We have 4 washes available, from the $6 Express Wash to the $12 Supreme Clean, featuring DuraShield Total Car Protectant. Just pick your wash and let the Express Tunnel Wash leave the dirt behind. After the wash, you can help yourself to one of the free vacuums. Come by 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to get the best wash in town at a great price. We're located at 2180 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. The Wash Spot, locally owned and operated.
Life moves fast, but on the internet, it moves at super speed. Like the awesome video that was posted last night. Today it'll be shared, then adored, then parodied, then overexposed. And by tomorrow morning, rediscovered by a whole new generation of users.
Download faster, upload faster, stream faster, and experience life at the speed of internet with high-speed Charter Internet.
Why go long enough?
We open up right here. We're going to fake the ball to Marcellus Scott, and we're going to hit Zane Price. Same play that we tried a little earlier. That time, Justin put some mustard on that ball, and comes a big rugby scrum there.
You know, and that's one of the things I was just saying. The whistle was late a lot last night. I'm glad nobody got hurt because of it.
Columbia took a timeout there, and we get a bad snap. And that just blew the play from the get-go. We needed to have that snap a good one and be going forward. So we got a second down and long. And blitz is coming, and we're just in trouble. And so we've gone from a really good play to third down and long now. And we get delay a game, which makes it even worse.
Mr. Lamoya, is this where the guy up there said it's third and Culleoka?
Yes, it is. I even heard that. And
of course, our fans booed him.
We're having a hard time getting anything done right now. We're going backwards after having such a good play to open up the quarter. And we're trying to do a screen right here, and they see the screen. We should have been called for having 50,000 linemen downfield, and they don't call it. And so it's fourth down and forever, but there's no use punting the football.
Oh, no.
And or however far Culleoka is. And just trying to hit a big pass and
close.
You know, just you had to throw something deep, something that was deep enough to have a first down if you caught it. And Martin just keeps hammering away on us here. You know,
there you go.
Got one of the younger kids running there.
Who is that? 86.
86 is John Floyd. And he was a senior that missed last year, but has come back and played well this year. And they're draining the clock, doing what you need to do in a ball game like this. And we had them, I think it was third down and 18, 20. So now we got a 4th and 2 instead of having them backed up. They got an illegal set. I don't know, you know, they picked the flag up. See the flag come down? Mm-hmm. But I can count real simple right there. That was 5 in the backfield. And then they call us for a late hit over there and picked the flag up that was on the ground. And so that just made the rest of my night really happy with them.
Oh, yeah.
You know. But anyway, we'll keep battling. And they fumbled the football, and I thought, man, I think it went right through Jacob Pearson's legs. And I thought we had it, and instead we end up with them picking up. And I thought he was going to run it in the end zone. He picks up another first down, and defense just on battle, though. Joe London there, Tyler Hill. I mean, we're going to battle. We're not going to give. And Josh Duncan, the first one to get his hands on him that time. And Joe London again. John Floyd took out the lead blocker. And they're going to try to get outside us this time. And Cody Michael runs him down. He's not quite as fast as number 3. And so we've held them to a field goal attempt. And their field goal kicker makes it. And so They get 3 points out of the deal, but the thing that I liked the most was defense was not willing to just give. And this will be Cole Potter. I like it when he goes north and south. And still battling. Still battling. Jonathan Stovall. I'm glad we got him for 2 more years. And got Jonathan Stovall again. And he picks up another first down. Jonathan Stovall did a great job last night. Stepped up, played on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Justin was trying to hit Riley Darden there, and we're just off. Jonathan Stovall out and around the end. And picks up another first down, 1st and goal, and we're going to hit Zane Price over here. And Zane's able to get it in the end zone there, and so Hayden Hines on the kick with Jake Crabtree holding this time. And it's put through, and so we score our 24th point. And we decided to go ahead. Hayden Hines been working on this onside kick, so we thought might as well try it. They're going to get the ball out to 50 anyway, and so they are going to take a knee, and that will end this ball game. And Columbia Lions will move on to the quarterfinals to play Ottawa. This coming Friday night at Columbia. And one thing nice about where they have been seated over the last few years is they get to play a lot of home playoff games.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Well, Coach, we've got we've come to the end of another football season.
That we have. And
the 20th, your 20th season. Did you think you'd survive this long?
No.
Well, we're mighty glad. We're mighty glad you have.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that you said last night that impressed me, and you've said it several times this year with this team, this young team we have, is we thank you for playing as hard as you have and showing up every week with a desire to try to win. And that to me is the essence of this football team.
Yeah,
this whole season.
I wish we could still be playing. I'd love to be running over out of here to go over there and start working on Ottawa. But for this team to get to the second round of the playoffs, you and I have talked earlier, we had 3 returning offensive linemen that were also going to play defensively.
Yeah.
Kelton was the only one that played the entire season, and one of them never even got to take a snap because he had preseason surgery, and Kelton was coming off a broken ankle, and no quarterback. We had 8 young men trying to be a quarterback the second week of July because of the rules and regulations now. We can't work with our kids in the month of June at trying to throw a football, so that would have been a great time to be trying to get a quarterback ready to play.
Could have found out some things.
And as I told somebody laughing, we've got senior wide receivers trying to organize throwing during the month of June, and there's a play that they've worked on, and when we get to the second week of July, and I go, okay, let's run such and such play, it's not anything like the way we've been running it. We'd had Jared Davis there for those last couple of years that would organize all that, and he'd have all the pass routes in and everything. By the time we got to July, second week of July, we were ready to at least semi-roll, and we just got caught. And the baseball players missed all of spring practice, and that's where Justin Brown was. And so Justin Brown doesn't even start competing to be our quarterback until the second week of July, when we came out of the dead period. And
And the last time he's been a quarterback was when he was 8 years old.
Well, he was in the Mullins Football League for the Falcons. He told me he threw a touchdown pass when he was in the Falcons, because I said something about playing quarterback, and he said, I got to play quarterback with the Falcons. I said, yeah, but you never got to throw a pass. And he said, I got to throw one or two. But anyway, he did a great job.
Sure did.
Close to 1,700 yards, and which is phenomenal.
More touchdowns than picks.
Yeah. And overall, this football team did a great job at trying to just, compete and play. And they beat Manchester, they beat Shelbyville, they beat Franklin County, and they beat Lincoln County, which beating those four teams here locally was a phenomenal achievement for this football team.
Yes.
When I thought there was a good possibility we'd go 0-4 against those four teams if you'd asked me back before the season started. And so anyway, this football team, I don't have, we are who we are. Yeah. But anyway, they were an enjoyable bunch from the standpoint. The last 2 weeks have been the most enjoyable we've had with them. Last night, like I said, they wanted to play. They wanted to play well. We all thought we had a good shot at upsetting them. We just thought we could pull it off, and couldn't. Hats off to Columbia. They did a good job. And anyway, I'll quit rambling and let you.
Offensive player of the week this week is the offensive line.
Yeah. And I know we can't put all of their pictures up there, but I'll try to name them off. The ones who started last night. At center was Jacob Pearson. The guards were Austin Shahan. And I think we played Kelton in there last night at guard. We moved people around. It may have been Josh Duncan, and Kelton may have been at tackle. And then Nick Gagnier was the other one that started. We had over 150 yards rushing against Columbia, and if you'd told me we were going to get 150 yards rushing against them, I would have told you we've had a good offensive night.
Right.
And I don't know exactly what our rushing yardage turned out to be, but if we were going to rush for 150 to 175 yards and throw for 150 yards, I would thought we were going to be in the ball game.
They could move. They could move. Defensively, player of the week is Kelton Hickerson, and
played his best football game probably last night on both sides of the ball, and we've got Jacob Pearson up there as well. Both those two did some good things for us at defensive tackle last night.
They sure did, and they made tackles in the backfield on the other side, and good job, men. And unsung hero, and I picked this because of his ability to get the football down the field on the kickoff returns as they were getting it out to our 40 and 50, and he's the one who got it down there for us.
I agree.
And Cole did a great job this year for a sophomore, and like you've said earlier in the show, we have 2 more years to look forward to.
Riley
Darden,
Jonathan Stovall, Aaron Gray,
Aaron's just a sophomore?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Well, I think maybe I'm wrong here now that I'm thinking about it.
Well,
I hadn't had enough sleep, but anyway.
There you
go. Chris Potts Howard in that crew, and we got 2 young quarterbacks in that bunch, Hunter Myers and Jake Crabtree. We just, take a few weeks off here, and we're mandated to shut it down for 3 weeks, which is fine. We normally did that anyway, and just to give kids time to get away from us. And we'll have a lot of players that play other sports, which is fine too. I'm a firm believer in you go play the sports that you enjoy playing, that God's given you the talent to play.
Yeah.
And just come back to us a better athlete than you were when you left us.
And come back.
Yeah, and come back.
Mr. Lamoya and I, one quick thing we're talking this morning. I don't think it will be a scheduled change for us, but it will. And as far as competition, I think Coffee County, they're proposing.
We'll find out this Thursday who our
district, and it doesn't give us. We don't lose anybody. That just gives us one more district game. Right?
Yeah. Well, we don't know. We won't know until Thursday.
Okay,
and,
but that's
Thursday,
a possibility.
There's a good possibility Coffee County will come into our district. We don't know if they're going to just put a 7-team district here or whether they're getting ready to kick one of the western schools up north, Columbia being the one that would be the closest to the Williamson County schools. Don't know if it's I've even heard that Warren County is coming this way, and they're going to make an 8-team district down here. But if they did that, I would think, that group over there on the plateau, that means somebody over in the east is being pushed that way because of numbers and stuff. And so I don't know. I do know that Coffee County has petitioned to be put back in with schools they have traditionally been in a district with. And so this Thursday, TSSAA will decide all that and make the proposals, and then we'll start working on a schedule for the next 2 years.
So that could make that game even more fun for us. Or them.
Or them.
Okay. Well, folks, I tell you what we want to do is we want to thank you for being with us again this year on the John Ollie Fifth Quarter Show. This is our 20th year. We want to thank you for remaining a Tullahoma High School football fan. There's nothing finer on a Friday night. There's no better place to be than at a high school football game. And we want to thank you for going out and seeing our sponsors. We want to thank all of them. For without them, we couldn't be here. And we look forward to seeing you next year. And I think the Wildcats are going to have their banquet a little bit early this year. Going to be in December,
I believe, December 17th.
Yeah, and so we wish them a happy time there, and I know they will. And because this is the ones that are going away, the 15 that are going away, it's something you'll never forget. And we're proud that we had an opportunity to be a part of it. And for John Gray and Coach John Olive, we'll see you next year.